Well, she said she's magical, mystical, a powerful wonder girl.
Joining us now is Adrienne Clark, the editor-in-chief of LocalLove.ca, United Way, Greater Toronto's new digital magazine, where readers can find easy ways to live well and do good. Welcome to the show. I think we all need a little bit of that.
We do, and we all need a little laugh. And I've got to tell you, when I saw the LocalLove.ca, I was like, Alex, what have you booked on the show?
A dating site.
It was something. Like, where did the name come from?
Well, it really came from how we feel about our community, which is we really love the places where we live, where we raise our families, where we work. And so really it was easy to say if you love where you live and you want to give back where you're living and where you're raising your family, then why not Local Love?
Well, the magazine features stories on local change makers, simple ways to give back, challenging ideas, debates, and much more. So tell us the inspiration, how you sort of put this together, how you decide what goes in and what goes out, what doesn't make the cut.
For sure. Local Love was actually the response to a question we got a lot. So United Way has been around since 1956. We're out there in the community talking to volunteers and donors. And a question we got a lot was, I want to give back, but I don't really know where to start because it feels like a big proposition. Mm-hmm. Because giving back is more than just volunteering or maybe making a donation. All those things are really important. There's so much more that you can do to give back. So we wanted to give people those smart and simple ways to do it in one place where it was an easy resource where you could go. And we knew that the people that came together to create this site, we were all busy moms. So I have 2 boys at home who are super busy. I've got a dog, I've got to make meals and go to work and balance that full-time job with time for myself. I got to jam exercise in there somewhere. So the idea of then trying to figure out how I was also going to give back and live with impact and feel like I was raising boys who also understood the importance of that. How was I going to jam that into my to-do schedule? I wasn't really sure. So when we got together and started thinking about Local Love, we knew we could put all those resources in one place, tap into United Way's expertise, but also others, bring them all together and put that into one spot that you can learn just about anything you'd want to know about giving back.
Okay, so then let's go through some of the ways we can give back, some of your suggestions on the site.
For sure. So I don't know about you ladies, but I was up very early on Saturday morning to watch Meghan Markle and Prince Harry walk down the aisle. And one of the things that really inspired us about those two, other than they're beautiful people, was to also hear about the ways that they were thinking about their wedding to really reflect who they were as philanthropists. And so one of the things they did, of course, was they asked guests, don't give us elaborate gifts, make gifts to one of these 7 charities that are close to our hearts. That's one way you can give back. But one of the things we thought we'd do is, why don't we give people some other ideas? So if you're also walking down the aisle this season, maybe there's some other ways you can think about giving back. So one of those ways is, for example, if you are all done, your wedding's completed, and you have your dress, and you want that dress to go to somebody else to also have them have a special day, you can donate it to the Brides Project. The Brides Project will take your dress, they will sell it at a reduced price, and they will give any proceeds to a set of different cancer charities in the region. They also will sell that dress at a lower price for somebody who's maybe living on a low income and would like to have a dress of their dreams. The Bride Project can help them with that. You can also donate your leftover food. So there's this great organization called Liftovers, a play on leftovers. So when you have any food left over from an event, and you'd be shocked by how much food gets wasted in Canada in any given year, it's about $31 billion worth of wasted food. Liftovers will send volunteers and they'll pick up that leftover food and they will distribute it to local organizations who then distribute it to families and individuals in need.
See, that's so funny because I thought legally you weren't allowed to do that because they're restaurants and things, and people have told me that they have to throw it out because of certain bylaws. I don't know.
In restaurants, absolutely. For private events and events at workplaces, that's another good one. We'll often see, you'll go attend a meeting, there'll be tons of food and nobody will touch it. What then happens to that food? There's an opportunity for Liftovers volunteers to take that and redistribute it. Second Harvest is another great organization that does something similar.
Great.
So you're hoping the site will become the ultimate destination for people getting connected to the places where they live, from Brampton to Bloor Village, Kensington to King City. What's the response been like so far?
Oh, it's been amazing.
Has it?
Yeah,
That's great.
we've had such a great response. I think it's because there's nothing quite like this out there. So you'll see different opportunities to give back in various different places, but there's no one single source that you can go to when you're looking for ways to do that.
Right.
And that's what LocalLove.ca lets people do. I think as well, people are just excited to read some good news. Let's be honest, right? You listen to the news and you start to wonder, what is the world coming to? I think Local Love, when you read about change makers in particular and some of the ways that people are making a difference, kind of restores your faith in humanity.
But you also have a weekend pick-me-up. So readers can subscribe to the weekly good news letter delivered directly to their inbox every Saturday morning. What's that about?
The good news letter is just that. It's good news. And so when you're having your coffee on Saturday morning, I myself, after a while of reading the news, I start to think, gosh, is there any good news out there? And that's what the good news letter is about. It's really short. So it gives you 3 things. One thing to try, one thing to be inspired by, and one thing to learn that you might not have known before about your community and different ways that people are contributing to that community. And that's it. So it's been great.
So where do you see the magazine I feel like I'm a job interview. Where do you see the magazine in 5 years?
And I will answer it like a job interview. We have big dreams, of course. United Way as a movement works across all of Canada and communities in every part of our country. And I think we would love to be able to see Local Love become something that is in every community and offers everyone, no matter where they live, those easy resources to give back. That would be the dream.
So how is it helping? I mean, obviously it's helping the community, people giving back, they're learning to love and connect with their community. How is it helping the United Way?
That is a really great question. Really, for us at United Way, our whole raison d'etre has always been rooted in the belief that if people give back, people find a way to make a difference, that all boats rise. That's good for all of us.
A rising tide floats all boats.
Exactly.
Right?
And really, that's what happens when all charities work together, when we collaborate, when we find ways to celebrate one another. And we celebrate people who are not just charities, but individuals who are doing great work. That's better for all of us. So it helps us in the sense that we're all about building a better and a stronger communities across the region. And Local Love is just one way that we're helping people contribute and be a part of that.
So where do you go from here?
Well, I think we're pretty excited for June lineup, for example. We have some great ways for your kids to get involved in Pride celebrations in the month of June. We are celebrating an amazing Indigenous fashion designer named Sage Paul, who started the Indigenous Fashion Week. Who knew? But this is a new thing, and it's fantastic celebration of all the way that Indigenous communities are contributing to our culture. And we also have what I think is a great little video on kids talking about what it means to be Canadian. So they say some pretty funny things. We're looking forward to that as well.
Now, is it? I know the Saturday morning newsletter, the good news, is going to come through, but is it the digital site? Are you changing the content constantly, or is it based like a magazine that we will have a publishing date?
Yeah, thanks for asking that question. It's true. Every day there is a new featured story. So you'll see that every day on LocalLove.ca. We also, of course, are on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, and you can find us there with our handle at @ReadLocalLove. And of course, the Good Newsletter. And in fact, if you sign up for the Good Newsletter in the next month or so, you'll actually receive a free downloadable. It's called 25 Ways to Give Back Without Even Trying. So if you have 3 hours, 1 hour, or just 5 minutes, we've got ideas on ways that you can give back.
So tell us the website again.
LocalLove.ca. And our handles on social are @ReadLocalLove. That's on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much for joining us and inspiring us. I can't imagine somebody listening that isn't thinking,
Isn't signing up right now.
right now, exactly.
Fantastic. Thank you both. It's been great.
Well, she said she's magical, mystical, a powerful wonder girl.